A very good morning, guys. 4 green days, and on Monday, the options board did something you should not skip past. The floor under this market physically moved up. Traders piled 1.21 crores fresh puts on 24,400 and 75 lakhs on 24,300, the biggest two builds anywhere on the chain, while the FIs bought a second straight day, bigger than the first day. GIFT Nifty is indicating at an open of 24,552 this morning, pointing to a firm open, and today is the expiry. So it is Nifty's weekly expiry. This is Tanmay Edge. Good morning. It is Tuesday, 7 July, expiry day. One map, every desk on it. Let's go. The official NSE's close yesterday, Nifty 24,430.35, up 160 points or 0.66%, a fourth straight green day. The high was 24,458, so we never touched 24,500. Sensex 78,285, up 521 points. Bank Nifty 58,291, up 0.61%. India VIX at 11.82, still asleep. Now the part the headlines hides. Only 24 of the 50 stocks advanced, 26 fell on a plus day of 0.66%. This was a heavyweight move, and really one heavyweight. HDFC Bank was up 3.59% on its business update. Did the lifting almost alone. Kotak fell 3.89% on its own update. Axis gave back 1.8% morning and closed flat. So the bank index netted just 0.61%, while its biggest name, HDFC Bank, rose nicely. And IT faded a third day, down 0.59%, with TCS down 1.68%, walking straight into its own results on Thursday. The index rose on a fourth day without IT. Autos up 1.36%, realty up 1.81%, and small caps 1.14% carried the broadening underneath. And the flows, the FIs did not just stay a buyer, it got louder. Monday's official NSDL print net plus 2,182 crore of equities bought on the exchange. That is the second straight day of buying, and it is bigger than Friday's positive of 1,355 crore. The buying accelerated into the strength. In index futures, they were net buyers too, about 925 crore of fresh buying on the day. The domestic institutions, Monday's number had not been published by recording. That is the first print to watch this morning. Did they sell into the strength a second day while the foreigners brought? So ProDesk first, guys, because they move first. They have net long index futures plus 10,551 going today. But here is Monday's quiet tell. They cut their net long puts from about 1,10,000 contracts to 31,878 contracts. Read that again, guys. The professionals dropped almost 79,000 contracts of downside protection the night before the expiry. That is quietly the most bullish shift on the board. The FI book index futures net short 2,41,279 and the third straight session of covering from 2,56,000 to 2,50,000 now. In single stock futures, they are net long 5,72,000 contracts, and they added almost 25,000 on Monday as well. So now they are long the shares, short the index against them. That is a hedged long book, not a bearish bet. In index options, net short 1,88,653 calls, net long 4,57,027 puts, both a touch lighter than last week on Friday. The seatbelt is still bolted on, loosened one notch, and the clients, the crowd, net long 1,64,632 index futures and still short 5,13,000 puts even after covering about 1 lakh of them yesterday. Everyone leaning the same way. Nobody on this board is positioned for a break of 24,300, which is exactly why that line matters. Now, the settlement and the map. Monday added 4.26 crore fresh puts against 2.83 crore calls got unwounded, strike by strike. 24,000 stays the anchor or the main support. 1.62 crore puts are present over there, the deepest pile on the board. 24,300 now holds 1.38 crore puts after 76 lakhs came in fresh yesterday, and the calls that sat there bailed. 79 lakh gone. 24,400 also 1.38 crore puts after the single day's single biggest build. 1.21 crore in one session. Sellers of those puts get paid to defend those strikes. That is the support, and it has just moved up by 100 points. Overhead, we have 24,500 as the resistance or the ceiling, where 1.33 crore calls and the strongest spinning force on the board, the level, the settle gets pulled towards if we trade near. The gear changes, sits at 24,400 to 24,450. Above it, move gets dampened into the close. Below it, they amplify towards 24,300. We closed at 24,430, right on top of that switch, and Gift Nifty says we open above it. The 24,450 straddle closed nearly 120 points. The market is paying for only about a half a percent swing for the entire settlement. And the volatility, the weekly options are pricing in about 9.8% annualized vol, that is already below the 2 weeks at 10.1 and 10.6 on the next weekly. Our volatility read closed at 10.61, VIX closed at 11.82. Expiry day with the front below the curve means one thing: option value melts fast from here. Today you get paid for insurance, you do not buy it. Only a shock changes that, and that is what we are looking at. So, where the money has rotated. Sectorial data at Monday's close, money moved into autos, pharma, Reliance Chemicals, and the broad small cap basket. Media, energy, and IPO names sit on the sell side. IT is still fading, and note this: the finance signal just cooled. Do not over extrapolate Monday's bank engine either. So globally, New York closed green again. Nasdaq was up 1.12%. S&P was up 0.72%. Asia is mixed this morning with Korea down hard near 6% down. But Gift Nifty is trading at 24,552. Says India is shrugging off. And the main reason for it is the comeback of monsoons. We have seen crazy monsoons over the last 1 week, and the whole India is celebrating it. Brent is stayed at 72.7. The rupee is the watch, 95.39. 95.49 is the high, pressing the record low zone. So today's plan is simple, guys. The close is what counts today. The intraday whips are just the noise. So buy the dips into 24,300 to 24,400. So 24,320 to 24,390 is that level you will buy on. That is where the fresh twin put walls sits and where sellers are paid to defend. Do not chase into 24,500. That is your resistance. That is the ceiling and the strongest magnet on the board. Base case is quiet. We would surpass 24,500 and settle between 24,400 to 25,500 at the end of the day. A clean close below 24,300 changes the whole character of this market. So keep a watch for that stop losses, and insurances below 24,300. Keep open on those as well. Then, and the crowd, 5 lakh short puts becomes the fuel. And keep one eye on the rupee as well, guys. Back under 95.20 fuels this tape, above 95.50, and it caps it. We balance the rupee case equivalent book on Monday. Same discipline, no chasing, and you can track it live on rupeecase.com as well. So that's your edge for today's guys. If this added value, share it with one trader friend who needs it right now. Subscribe on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or stream it live on rupeecase.com. I am building Rupike's India's systematic investing terminal. Link is present in the show notes. You just got earlier, guys. Have a very happy expiry and see you all once again tomorrow.